welcome to Drive Mode. I'm James Gilboy, not Aaron Turpin, funny enough, and the subject of today's show is the 2020 Honda Civic Si Coupe. First and foremost, this is a Honda Civic. This is a quiet, practical, economical, compact car. It's got seating for 5, decently sized trunk. You need more space, you can fold the rear seats down. You get modern safety tech, you know, blind spot camera on the passenger side mirror, lane keeping, automatic emergency braking. Interior amenities, pretty well equipped for a car of this price point. You get automatic dual zone HVAC, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, 10-speaker sound system, all that standard equipment. As a result, it's pretty much everything you want from a small, modern car, assuming you don't have a big family or one at all. If you do, and you're looking at a Civic, you'd rather have the sedan, honestly. These coupe doors are real big, but getting people in the back seat still requires moving this seat forward. If you've got a really tantrumy 2-year-old, you'd have a real hard time getting him or her into the back seat. But of course, this is not the base Civic, so let's not spend too much time recapping what a base Honda Civic is. This is the SI. This is that sport trim in between the base model and the Type R. It's a $5,350 premium over the base model. And for your money, you get a bit of leather on the interior, like on the steering wheel and the shift knob. You get some fake carbon fiber on the dashboard. Some good comfy sport bucket seats. That gigantic spoiler you can see through the rear window. And of course, the performance parts that actually make up the meat of the SI trim. See, for an engine, the Honda Civic Si gets a peaky little 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. It makes 205 horsepower, and it goes through a slick shifting 6-speed manual to the front wheels. You also got a limited slip differential to help keep that under control. It only weighs about 2,900 pounds, so for its power level, it's pretty quick, honestly. And if you throw it in sport mode, like I just did with that little button by the shifter, you'll find that power is almost perfectly matched to the chassis. See, sport mode perches a little devil on your shoulder right here, because what it does is it sharpens up the throttle response and fiddles with the adaptive damper settings. And those make the SI an incredibly agile little sport compact. The cliche is, it turns on a dime. That's in part thanks to the high-performance summer tires, which also give it pretty incredible road hold for a sport compact again. It's a lot more fun to drive as a result than a lot of more expensive cars, or even many of its supposed competitors. I'm gonna throw Mini under the bus here. I've driven a bunch of Minis that are $10,000, $20,000 more expensive than this Civic, and they all came up short when it came to value for money, or being as fun, or as comfortable, or as efficient. Even driving like kind of a hooligan, 29 mpg has been a cakewalk, and this car can easily do more if you're a bit more responsible. And you know what? Let's talk cost and fiscal responsibility now. This is a base Civic Si Coupe, no optional floor mats or special alloy wheels, and delivered, it costs 26 grand or so. That strikes me as terrific value for money for a car this good to drive, never mind one that's also this practical, this cheap to insure, and presumably reliable. It's a Honda Civic. Now, I'm not head over heels in love with it, I'll admit. It's not a perfect car. The styling is really busy. You can probably tell that from every single photo you've seen of it. I would not order it in red because it would probably attract police. In fact, I'm driving past the police station right now. The roofline is a little short, as you can see. Your hair is gonna rub on it if you're like me. I'm only 6 foot tall. And if your spine's on the fragile side, it may just ride a tad too rough. It's not bad, but it could be softer. But you know what? If you're not too tall or too introverted to feel like the styling is a bit boisterous for you, the Civic Si is a pretty good buy. Mostly because it's a pretty good time. It's serious fun for responsible souls.